lateness is greatness and all that good stuff. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the building. You already know what time it is. The whole of YouTube's doing up live streams at the same time. Bro, all broskies have gone live, but you know, we had to go to, you know what I'm saying? We got Dami, we got Monstar, Alex Goldberg going to join us soon. And my cameraman Sage, Man City fans, going to join us as well. Packed house in the building. We're not playing no games. It's nervous. It's mad. People, how are you doing, fam? Dami, Monstar, fam. How are you? I'm nervous.
Bro, if we get anyone, if we get a City or one of those other funky people, City or who's the other one, or Bayern Munich, I will be leaving the stream immediately, fam. No discussions, no nothing. You understand? I will be leaving, no conversation, bro.
Oh, bro.
People are begging for Porto, but we know Porto belong to one of the other teams, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Monstar, how are you feeling? For me, I think Porto is going straight to Man City. It's a corruption thing.
I'm nervous, man, because even if you look at, obviously, yes, we did smoke on that Atletico pack, you know what I mean? We packed them out. At the end of the day, we didn't deserve to even draw them. Like, how are we gonna breeze through the group and still get Atletico Madrid? You know, you know what I mean? So now it's just like, you know what? I just want to wait and see, man. It's just getting long, man. Like, I'm getting butterflies in my stomach. My heart's pounding. Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm scared of it. I can't lie.
Oh God! Thank you, Simon, for the donation, bro. You sent in the donation before we even started. I mean, listen, I couldn't be more nervous than I am. I'm being real. Like, you know, you talk it up. You talk about this kind of stuff all week. You know, we beat Atletico a couple of days. Everyone's like, I want Porto, I want Real Madrid. But now it's about to be done. And let's be real. This determines just how confident we are of getting to the final, because the quarterfinal and the semi-finals done. The draw is done at the same time. So we could get the side of Porto, Liverpool, and Real Madrid, or we could get Bayern Munich, Man City, and PSG. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've been very real about it. I'm not doing a dummy. If we get the wrong side, it's bye-bye. Ta-ta.
Man said they're not doing
I think no matter what, if we get an easier draw now, and obviously if we can win, we're gonna get a mad
Alex
draw
in the cut.
Alex is in the cut.
How we doing, gentlemen?
Big up, Alex.
Oh, big up, Alex. How you doing, bro? I mean, listen, we was just discussing about the draw, and you know, because they're gonna do the quarterfinal and semi-final draw together. We just don't know who we're gonna get. You know, it's either gonna be potential lights out or Liverpool, Porto, and Real Madrid. So we're just discussing the formalities of the situation.
the path to winning the Champions League, pretty much. So, yeah, man. Matisse, I think you know my new take, right?
We're stressed.
Who do I want?
What is it? Did you not want Porto, or do you want Real Madrid?
No, remember I got quite ticked off when I heard about Bayern's comments Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, you want Bayern? Yeah, you're mad, man.
Let's do it.
You want Bayern? See, Alex, I mean, Alex, I know you're a big guy, but then that's straight up masochism. I don't know why you want to get Bayern Munich. You understand? I don't know what.
Yeah. You know what I would say with Bayern? Yeah, Bayern. It's not like they can't be beat. I mean, if you watch their game against Lyon, listen, last season they were better than they were this season. You watch them against Lyon, you watch them against PSG. They play a very high line, so they're there to be taken. But if you can't take your chances, that's the problem. That is the big issue. If you take your chances, they can be beaten.
But we don't take our chances, ladies and
that's the problem.
No, yeah, listen, I admit it. Like, yes, they're vulnerable. However, we're not really the team to capitalize off of that. But really, my reasons have very little to do with football these days. Obviously, if we're going to keep it on a reel, who do I really want? I want Porto, obviously. But at the same time, it's like Bayern, I feel like we're going to have to beat them one way or another to win it all. I just do. So let's just get it over with now. Or if we want them in the final, we want them in the final. Let's do that.
My confidence goes up if we play a team like Bayern or Man City in the semis. Because I think when you get to the semis, you can do anything. But from the quarterfinal, I just feel like it's too far. You're not far. You're not close enough to the promised land to be doing.
So you want Bayern to be our Barca from 2012?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I would love to put them in their place. They came out speaking about, they want Hudson-Odoi, they want Kai Havertz, and they wanted Timo Werner. And they started talking in the press, and I was like, okay, I would like to face these guys at some point. I would love to make them cry in the final again. But I don't want them right now. I'm not. I haven't got them kind of. I
don't think we should be trying to do them now. Do you know what I mean? If we want to take a ban, we can check them later, not right now. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get involved with them. I'm the biggest positivity merchant around. You understand? I said we're going to win the Champions League, but if we get Bayern Munich now, or someone like a Man City, I will hide. I'll go into hiding.
I'll roll up the ball. He made like a decent point on the podcast, the post pod that we did about PSG, and that the attackers for PSG just are a little bit different right now than anyone else's. Even City's and Bayern's, as City and Bayern are more constructed as like really, really deep teams, but not necessarily having the star power of a Neymar and Mbappe. And I get that. And I'm not saying Neymar and Mbappe don't put a little fear into me, obviously, because our defense has been quite good even against really good players, but that would be probably the biggest test to date. But still, honestly, PSG as a team, they do give me, I know they made the final last year, but they do give me Tottenham vibes in this competition. So I know we can make fun of City and Pep in this competition, but PSG still give me the vibes of, ooh, we should win on paper, but we won't win. So
yeah, they were close last year as well.
They got to the final.
But like, listen, they had Tuchel and Thiago Silva. So not the exact same PSG over there. They lost a lot of smarts in that dressing room.
One thing I keep telling a lot of people, especially in the Champions League, the quality of your team can only take you so far. Do you know where I'm coming from? You're going to need an ounce of luck. You're going to need a manager who is tactically in their bag. Do you know what I mean? A manager that has a bit of experience. You're going to need a lot more than just the flashy players. You saw what happened. I remember that final, the final from last year with Tuchel in charge of PSG. I can't forget I was at the pub with my mates, and then you see Mbappe missing and then shooting. Literally, like, all those things happen. Do you know where I'm coming from? So, literally, do you know what I mean? So, literally, it's going to be interesting to see how things unfold. But personally, for me, if I'm keeping things very, very real, I do not. The one team I definitely 100% do not want to see in any way, shape, or form till the final is Manchester City. No, Man City, right? As much as they can share. You'd rather Man City than Bayern.
Yes, Bayern Munich are better than City, man. Let me listen. I've said this a million times. You guys have heard me say this. Listen, the Premier League is full of cowards. Yeah, 90%.
And you know what Pep does in this competition as well.
What's that?
Pep starts tinkering and doing up madness in this competition as well.
He overthinks things. But the thing about Man City is in the Premier League, because there's 90% cowards. Whenever teams go, this is why Klopp and Pep have been able to dominate the Premier League for the past 4 years. Whenever a team goes to Man City or Man City come up against a team, all they want to do is sit back and try and wrestle a draw, or if they're lucky, they can wrestle a win. Of course, Man City are going to pam them. When teams come against City, you saw Lyon coming against City last season in Champions League. Bro, they get beat, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's a cow. The Premier League is full of cowards. That's all it is. This City team is not as good as people make it out to be.
Facts right there, my bro. Facts right there, bro.
The
Facts
timing
right
is
there.
impeccable.
Facts
Say
right
that
there.
right in
Facts
front
right
of
there.
my City fan here.
Facts right there.
It's
100%.
true, though. It's true.
Wow, this Man City team is just terrible, bruv. Like, boy, how many points? Premier League? How many points? Nah, terrible, bruv. Trash.
Let me just say, as a Chelsea fan, Matisse, I said this the other night. Facing City as a Chelsea fan is like the most pointless and agonizing thing possible, because City are obviously such a good team. And I don't care the competition. I know they've underperformed in the Champions League, but still, they give me a lot of fear. They're such a good team, and their B squad is better than most people's A squad. But like as a Chelsea fan, no offense, I get no extra satisfaction with playing Manchester City. There's no ingrained rivalry. There's no big thing between the Chelsea fans and the City fans. It's not like facing a Tottenham or an Arsenal or United or a Liverpool. So facing City for me personally is just like, oh, we have to
100%. It's not even like we're in like title races with each other. 100%. The reason that as a Man City fan, I wouldn't want to play Chelsea is for the simple fact that, hey man, you're styling and profiling right now. I will be real. I'm kind of nervous. Bruv,
you're nervous.
I would have bet my house, my grandma, my mum, and myself that you lot wouldn't have beaten Athletic. And what did you go and do? You convincingly beat Athletic, who are top of the Liga.
This is the thing, that I also had to remember that Matisse kept on saying. that underdog title, suits Chelsea so well. It suits us so goddamn well. Do you understand? Literally, we're like the dark horses of this competition, and I want us to remain.
You and Porto. Do you know why? No disrespect, no one would have thought either of you two would still be in the competition. Honest to God.
Yeah. I think. Obviously, I think Thomas Tuchel's added that bit of experience of getting to the final last time. He's got a bit of know-how, a bit of experience, and I think that's going to help us a little bit in this competition here. But it really, for me, if the two teams I'm really trying to avoid, like I said, I think PSG is one of those ones where it's probably the most likely draw. Like if this is corrupted, which it probably is, Man City will probably get Porto, and we'll probably get PSG. Yeah, they want the storyline, so they'll probably give us storyline. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave us PSG, to be honest.
PSG.
Quickly, can we go around before it begins? Yeah. Can everyone drop their two teams that they most want or most willing to accept, and then the two teams that they really don't want the most?
All right.
Because it's literally about to begin now.
For me, who I definitely don't want would be PSG and Bayern, and then who I do want would be Porto and Real Madrid.
I'll go
Real over Dortmund.
Real Madrid have got.
They've pulled out Man City.
Who are they
gonna play? Who are they gonna play, man?
Saj is sweating.
Okay, all right. We'll see.
Why are they playing?
Please don't choose Chelsea.
Please, God,
please.
This is not fun. This is not.
Monstar will be our caller. Let us know.
Oh, Dortmund.
Oh, great. We're going to get to hear all about Haaland maybe going to City.
Yeah. I like that.
No, if anything, actually, Chelsea fans, let's turn this around. This is going to bloody and muddy the waters for Haaland and City. He's going to get pissed off.
I like that.
They pulled out Porto. They pulled out Porto.
Give us Porto on God, please.
I need Porto in my life. Monstar.
Let's see.
Oh.
Monstar.
Please, man.
Monstar, what are we saying?
It's Chelsea.
No, it's
not.
Chelsea.
It's not.
Chelsea.
We got Porto.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes.
Come on. I'm going on record. We're going to win the Champions League.
Oh my God.
Yo. That is mad. We actually got nice up for once. Who did we play in 2012 in the quarterfinal?
We got Bayern.
Portuguese team. We played a Portuguese team, ladies and gentlemen, in the 2012 quarterfinal.
Yo,
come on. That's mad.
Again, though, that dark horse mentality applies to Porto as well.
If we don't beat Porto, we don't deserve to be here.
Okay, wait.
PSG Bayern. Wow.
PSG Bayern.
Colossus.
Ooh.
That's filthy.
PSG Bayern.
That is filthy.
I'm not gonna lie, it's looking like you man are definitely getting to the quarters. We'll see though.
Yo,
to the semis.
I'm buzzing.
Obviously, that's Liverpool, Real Madrid. Spicy little fixture right there.
Wow.
I love how no English teams drawed any other English team.
I'm really glad that PSG drew Bayern. So that means we've got a heavyweight out somewhere.
Potentially all English teams could go to the semis.
Wow. And are they going to do the draw now of who gets who?
To the semis, yeah.
To the semis, yeah. That's next.
This
Liverpool,
again,
Real Madrid.
don't tell them about the quarterfinals is what it is, yeah.
Please.
The semi-final draw is where you lot need to really be on your P's and Q's.
It's going to be tough regardless. It's going to be tough.
100%. Like, it's the final four, yeah.
We need to see the semi-finals, isn't it? Let's
Liverpool
see.
versus Real, bro. It's there. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. What did I say? What I wanted, my dream. It's there. The dream is there,
bro.
Do you know? I honestly thought we were going to get shagged as well this year.
I'm not going to lie to you, Matisse. What did I say before the stream started?
Saj, as a Man City fan, you must be happy with that, no?
Bruv, they've only got Haaland. The rest of the team's fucking terrible, bro.
They got Sancho. They got Sancho.
Bruv, that defense is a shambles.
Sancho goes back to Man City and beats them.
Okay, Sancho, but we'll see if he's fit for the games, hopefully. But outside of those two,
Alex, how are you feeling with Porto, bro?
Nah, man, I'm buzzing. I mean, we don't even, I assume, have to face.
Oh, okay, all right. Now this is the draw. We're going to the semi-finals now.
Here comes the semi-final draw.
This is the draw. Winner, okay.
That's not Chelsea. That's PSG.
I'm stressed.
Either Bayern or PSG versus.
Who are they gonna face?
Please,
please
as long
don't
as
say
it isn't
two.
pot one.
Please don't
Not
say
number
group.
one, bruv.
Don't say two. Don't say two.
Not
please.
number one, bruv.
Don't say two.
Not number one, bruv.
It's one. It's one. It's one. It's Man City.
Wait, so what does that mean?
So that means Chelsea, if we win, we're going to face either Real Madrid or Liverpool.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. In this moment of excitement, yeah. In this moment of excitement, I just want to use this opportunity to say, Chelsea Football Club now. We're actually in a fantastic position. I swear to God.
Oh,
We need to capitalize.
God.
You understand? We're actually in a fantastic position.
I mean,
right
you're
now.
in as good a position as you can be, but still take into consideration that you're still playing elite teams. Everyone needs to, from this point out, everyone needs to remember that.
This is
The
half.
thing is,
This
we've
is,
got a
this
good
is half
road
the
to
job
find.
done now. Now
You
we
do,
can
you
give
do,
them the
100%,
best
you
draw
do.
we could possibly get. Because if we had got the other side of the draw, I would have been way less confident.
But this is the thing now. Whoever comes out
I'm
of
just going off on form. We are in our group to get to the final. We are better than the other
But
teams.
trust me,
innit?
Real Madrid are picking up steam in the Liga right now.
They are.
Big time.
They are. But they're
Big time,
without
big time.
Hazard, isn't it? They're going to
Yeah.
be without Hazard.
They are, bruv. They've been without Hazard. That ain't nothing new, bruv. I'm not gonna lie, as Chelsea fans, yeah, do you look back at that signing and be like, rah, if that was gonna happen, I'm glad that we moved him on just before all of that, all those injuries started occurring.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Of course. I can't believe that, fam.
I cannot.
I can't
cool.
be. Have you seen? Have you guys seen? Wait, have you seen Dubois' latest tweet?
No, I haven't. No.
In the quarterfinals of the UCL 2011-2012, Chelsea drew a Portuguese team, Benfica.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just won
yeah.
the-
Yeah.
I cannot be asked, fam. Oh my god.
Okay, but the winner of the final will be at home.
What do you mean?
So the winner of pot one in the semi-final will be at home. So whoever wins out of City, Dortmund, Bayern, and PSG will be at home for the finals.
Do you believe you believe you can beat Bayern?
Ralph, this is the thing, yeah. You can't keep dodging Bayern. They're gonna happen. It's inevitable. Say we didn't catch him there, we caught him in the final. You're gonna catch him. Like you know, it's that fade it's that fight that you're gonna have to just handle, bruv. Like,
How did Chelsea finesse this draw? Jesus Christ!
I don't know though. We'll
Couldn't
see.
have gotten better than
Depends
that.
how good Porto is. Or are we just saying that Chelsea's just gonna slump Porto straight up?
No, we're not saying that. But
no.
we have to take care of business against Porto.
I've just
Thank you for
tweeted
the
Chelsea
super
are
chat,
going
bro.
to win the
Appreciate
Champions League.
it. Doing well.
Bruv, you lot said like 7-8 months ago, flipping Chelsea were gonna win the Premier League, bruv.
I ain't saying none of that anymore.
Okay.
What a draw!
Well, Alex is back in, I think, or in and out.
No, I'll take Dortmund. I'll take Dortmund, bro. Here's the thing. I'm cool, fam. The semi-final is going to be a problem unless PSG pull out, bruv. If PSG beat Bayern, bruv.
Oh, Alex, how confident are you now?
I mean, 2021, same exact numbers as you know what year.
Yeah.
Alex, have you seen that in 2012, Chelsea got drawn to a Portuguese team? Now we've got drawn to another one again in the UCL quarterfinals. Things are looking breezy at Stamford Bridge. I can't even lie.
Right, I'll give you one better, yeah. Say how mad this happens, yeah, and it ends up in the final, PSG versus Chelsea. Who you backing? Do you think you man can beat PSG?
If it's a final, I don't care. If we get to the final, I'm always backing us to win the final.
It's true. It's only one game, innit?
One game, I don't care. I'll take that. You have to beat someone good in the final.
Isn't it mad that I'm smiling at the quarterfinals? I wish they didn't do the semi-final drill right now. I would be so much happier. I feel like, here's the thing, like, I'm smiling, but there's no need to smile, bruv, because I already know there's pain on the other side of the bridge.
That PSG versus Bayern game is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's gonna matter a lot.
That is the draw. That is the best. That is the biggest game in the draw.
PSG, bruv. Sorry, Real Madrid, Liverpool's a slept-on game.
Oh, I'm gonna be watching all of them.
Do you know why? Do you know why I say the best?
Hey, speaking of it, this is my thing. Matisse, Don't think I didn't see you yesterday on Twitter talking about Giroud and Benzema stands. And I know that obviously I would have had to put the muzzle on myself had we done Real Madrid. But now we have Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Liverpool, a team that we don't care for quite at all. I want you to be doing Benzema tweets.
No, I don't know, because who would you rather get in the semi-final? If say we do our job against Porto and we get it done. Make that hypothetical. Who would you prefer, Real Madrid or Liverpool?
I actually would rather. Truthfully, I would actually rather Real Madrid at this point. I'll tell you why.
Go on, go for it. Tell us why.
No, listen. This is why. Because Liverpool have been obviously way below their standard this season. Way below. No doubt about it. And they really are quite hurt. Like, they're not obviously even close to that team. However, you know what sometimes happens when a team hasn't been able to perform in league, but they feel like, wait a minute, we can salvage our season. I don't
Champions League desperation
with a Jurgen Klopp and a Liverpool team that feel reignited. Like, I'm going to take my chance with Real Madrid, who, are really good in this competition as well. But come on, they're not the same Real from a few years ago. So you have an injury or even just shut out someone like Benzema. They can't score against you. They just can't score against you. So
I think,
I would take Real Madrid.
Another thing to add. I mean, I'm going to go through the Porto team now and start looking at who their danger men are. I mean, Asad,
how do you not know who their danger men are?
So maybe you'll be able to educate us on that. But before we talk about that, I think the thing is with Liverpool as well, because they're doing so badly in the Premier League, they might just actually take this Champions League run extremely seriously, because they do suit being a cup team with all the stuff that's been going on with them. And obviously they've got the experience in this competition already. If they was to get a couple of players back fit, they might just look at this as a chance to qualify for the Champions League.
But remember also, they're not meant to be here. So the whole concept of not really giving an F, we're just going to go out there and ball. Bro, we shouldn't be here, so who cares? Like, let's just go and try our best. That's a factor.
Yeah.
That is a big factor. Just like with Liverpool, and they have the whole factor of, if Klopp is like, bruv, we ain't going to get top 4 in the league, just go out there and just try and score as many goals as possible. That's a dangerous Liverpool team.
With what players?
Sorry, bro. They still got the front three.
But they got Kabak and Nat Phillips. Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and take the mick or anything, but as good as Liverpool are, they don't have the firepower anymore. Because listen, number one thing is, if you look at the Leipzig game, bruv, it was easy to beat Leipzig because Leipzig literally played on a halfway line. That's where their defense started from, a halfway line. So it was so easy to counter. When they're gonna come against a Premier League style of team, we're not gonna be playing that high up. Number one, remember Liverpool continue to play that stupid high line instead of dropping back. They're there to be taken. You saw how Werner had all the confidence in our last game. I think they're there to be taken anyway. I don't know how you guys feel, innit? But I'm not gonna obviously underestimate them, but they are there to be taken.
Oh, they definitely are.
Yeah.
Both teams, Real Madrid and Liverpool, are both there to be taken. Compared to their normal standard, absolutely. But for Liverpool, I mean, there's more of like the intangible factor that I'm scared of. Hey, maybe they want revenge. I mean, we just beat them and we obviously celebrated a lot over it. And I know Frank's not still here, but it almost feels like ever since Frank said that Jurgen Klopp was giving it the big, I mean, it feels like we have a little something brewing with Liverpool. And Matisse, I mean, you said it. You want to play Real for many reasons, but we haven't played them since the 90s, like late 90s. And also, I mean, with Real Madrid, I'll just stress this once again. I know Real Madrid's sound, right? Their midfield, so sound. You can have Modric and Casemiro and Kroos and Valverde. I really like Valverde. I mean, really solid. And obviously, if they have Ramos going and Varane, they're so good from the midfield, the defense, and the keeper. Let's be real. But if Benzema isn't scoring, I mean, Vinicius Jr. is supposed to do it. Do you see his run the other day? He almost had one of the goals of the season. And then the easy part, he can't do.
He can't finish.
I'm really afraid.
He can't finish.
And especially against our defense as well.
Consistently, and Asensio here and there,
no. Do you know that I'm looking at this whole situation? the way I'm looking at the situation, for me, once again, Liverpool, I want to stay very, very clear of Liverpool. As much as we beat them in the league, I want to stay clear.
We have history of Liverpool, bro, in this competition.
You know what? You know what?
I want to stay clear. I want to stay clear. Hold on.
I need those days. Remember those days when we always got Liverpool in the semi-finals, quarterfinals. We always had them. I need those days. Those days I miss.
I hear that. I hear that, but if you think about it, Liverpool, they have the ability as a squad. Obviously, Real Madrid are a very talented side. You understand? Excellent backline. They have an excellent midfield when everybody turns up, when everybody decides to play football. But how many people, like, if we go to Real Madrid Stadium, okay, and then we manage to beat them, okay, and then they come back to the away leg, what's the probability of them actually coming at us and having enough firepower to break us down? Liverpool as a side, if all their players, all their key players turn up, they are one of the best sides in world football, bro. There's absolutely no way I want to face the probability of a Liverpool side that have blood on their hands and they want fire in their eyes to come at us. There's absolutely no way I want to face them in the Champions League.
Facts.
Not in the semi-final. You don't want to go up against the wounded dog, because once you go up against the wounded dog, they come at you with every single thing that they have. Madrid can't really come with that much firepower because they don't have it. But Liverpool have it. So if Liverpool turn up, then you're finished.
If they know that they're not going to qualify through the league, they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, let's not disrespect Porto. Let's talk about Porto, because for me, this is the best draw we could have got out of all the teams. But Sage is saying let's not disrespect Porto.
Ballers, bruv. I think they play the best league in the Portuguese league. Personally, that's for me. I know they're not first. Top of their league? They're not first. This year, Sporting Lisbon is, but they're having a fire season. There's a lot to go through with the Portuguese.
They're 10 points off the top.
Yeah, but bruv, when I mean they're playing in my personal opinion, the best football in the league. Easy. Oh, one thing though that you lot Chelsea fans might get a little buzz out of, Sarr is on loan there from Chelsea.
Yeah.
So that means he won't be able to play.
He's not always. No, he can be able to play if
is that a rule? I thought when you on loan.
Remember with Courtois played against us, bastard. He played against us for Atletico Madrid, and he absolutely just was saving everything, bruv. Remember that game? You guys remember that game, bruv? Sarr, if there's an agreement, he should be able to play. But he's not even
able to play.
He should be able to. But even with that being said, they're not even using him like that anyway. So do you get what I mean? He doesn't start every game for them, so it might be a thing where they don't even need to play.
Do you know the thing, with Porto, in my opinion, from what I've seen this season, they haven't got like superstars. They just got a great team ethic.
Yeah.
So it's not really individuals. Of course, like if you're just going to name the best player on the team, obviously that's Sergio, the captain, Sergio Oliveira. But they've just got a bag of like great. Like let's put it this way: if anybody caught Pepe in the last round,
I did.
Sorry, against Juventus, no one would have thought Pepe.
Oh yeah,
36
Jesus, Pepe
would have put up a defensive performance like that.
He was looking
at his age as well.
Yeah.
Mad.
At 36, I was like, all right. And it's stuff like that they're such a weird team. Like on the day they could put on a good performance, or on the day they could put in a world-class performance, or on a day they could just be lackadaisical and put on a bad performance. But take into consideration they knocked out Juventus to get to this point.
Yeah.
That's not a small
Juve
thing.
are not necessarily firing.
They're not this season, but
not this under Pirlo. No, they're definitely not.
Nah,
do you know what I mean?
It's a transition period.
I think what is key, is that Chelsea use the Champions League to continue to fuel the momentum that they're building up in the Premier League. And we said this with Anita in the review. Don't like she thought that maybe, and this was her opinion, that maybe potentially Chelsea being in the Champions League would be a distraction from the Premier League. I think the manager has to use this as motivation to do well in the Premier. If you don't win your Premier, because the next 3 games for Chelsea are very winnable. I don't know where this slots into the fixture list. I have to check. I don't know how quickly they'll update it and where this fixture will fall in terms of when we'll play this game. Did they mention the dates, guys, when this game will be played?
No, but you can be able to find out. I mean,
I'll find out right now.
I'll check out.
But the thing is, if I'm being honest, listen, it's up to Chelsea, because I was watching. I remember I did watch the Juve game as well, and a lot of their goals, the Porto goals just came from simple mistakes from Juve, innit? If Chelsea are careful, they should be able to get through this tie. I'm not going to sit here and act like, we're just going to get through it. It's up to us to to not hurt ourselves, we should be able to beat Porto. And it's not going to be a distraction to the Premier League because, listen, this Chelsea team, we have a massive squad. Do you get what I mean? And a good system. So if you take out one person, you saw, we took out Thiago Silva. Christensen was there doing his thing. We took out Christensen. You had Zuma there doing his thing. So, and the same thing with the midfield. You take out Kante, Jorginho and Kovacic will do their thing. You take out Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante. You take out Kovacic, Kante and Jorginho. So it's just we have a really big, nice squad, isn't it?
Okay.
So it shouldn't be a problem.
So what's going to happen is the quarterfinals is the day after my birthday, the first one on the 6th of April. And then the second leg is on the 13th. Then the semi-finals are on the 27th. Stroke 4th of May, and then the final 29th. So literally, we're not even that far away. We're like 2 to 3 weeks away from the quarterfinals. That's the day after my birthday, bro.
I know you got to go at 35 past to record a pod. So just give me your thoughts in terms of how Chelsea go about trying to juggle the Premier League with the Champions League with then the FA Cup, because we still got a big game. As far as I'm concerned, big game against Sheffield United. I want us to potentially stat pad with those attackers that played in the game against Atletico Madrid. I would start the same front three this weekend, try and get goals, get confidence into them, and go on 3 fronts. How would you, are you confident that Chelsea can manage what is now realistically 3 different competitions that they can go quite far in? Obviously, the Premier League is always priority in terms of
what's the third competition going?
Just let me get Alex's thoughts quickly, because I know he's got to go in a minute. Go on.
Yeah, I wouldn't start Ziyech. I would start Kai and Timo, but even though Ziyech performed well the other night, I'd give him a rest. But anyway, not that he really needs it. But for me at this point, I want Ziyech for Champions League nights. I think I've come to that conclusion. So anyway, yeah, I can't lie. We looked at this schedule in the Premier League with West Brom and then Palace and then Brighton. And then, West Ham have been good this season. But West Ham and then Fulham, we looked at it and we're like, wow, this unbeaten run can continue. But we didn't know, obviously, who we get in the next Champions League round. And like you said, Matisse, we have Sheffield United in the FA Cup, and who knows, maybe we get a tough team in the FA Cup. But when I look at the schedule, and it's so dangerous to do this, to count how many wins you should be getting, the way Thomas Tuchel's tricky Blues have been going, if they continue this level of performance, they should continue this unbeaten run. And yes, that includes in the Champions League. So it's like you have West Brom, and then you have Porto, and then you have Palace, and then you have Porto, and then you have Brighton. So it's to go back to a previous point just made by one of you, normally, I would love to just focus on one competition, but obviously that's very, very rare anyway. The elite teams who wrap up the league or are so crap in the league, they get to focus on one competition. But this is the way it's going to be most years, where we're focusing on the Premier League and the Champions League. But to the previous point made, the big squad helps. And if anything, Matisse, I admitted this the other night on the podcast, myself and many were fearful about a big squad with a manager just coming in. It's a lot to deal with, even if it's a small squad. But the big squad I thought could hurt Tuchel. But I admitted the other night on the podcast that Raphael Honigstein, who's no stranger to your channel, said to me, in my Thomas Tuchel special, he goes, nah, I don't think Tuchel's going to be bothered by the big squad at all. If anything, he might use it to his advantage. So, boom, case in point. Like one of you just said, this is perfect for Tuchel to be able to rotate, keep everybody interested and invested. And then to everyone's point lately on Tuchel and Chelsea, he's done a really good job of making everyone feel part of it. And I guarantee you, he can genuinely sell to them now, hey, I'm going to need every single one of you between now and the end of the season. We want to accomplish what we want to accomplish, what the fans want us to accomplish, what the club wants us to accomplish. I'm going to need every single one of you. Maybe not Willie Caballero and a couple players, but still, everybody is going to feel kind of like, wow, we have something to accomplish. So I definitely am not going to now, I had my one tweet celebrating about Porto, but I'm definitely now going to keep a level head because it is the Champions League. The minute you think you're moving past, you're probably not. Porto.
Oh, he just cut out there. I
wanted to add to what Alex said as well with regards to the massive squad. A lot of people said that it was going to be an issue. I felt it was going to be difficult for Tuchel to manage. The thing that a lot of Chelsea fans forget is that, and you can't really blame them because you had a manager like Conte rinsing the exact same squad. You had a Sarri reusing the exact same squad week in, week out. You had Lampard doing something similar. But Thomas Tuchel thrives on stuff like this. And the top managers, they rotate. Pep Guardiola does not have a set team. because the squad is good enough and there's quality all over the shop. So like Alex said, and put it beautifully, at the end of the day, for me, this squad is big enough and there's quality in every single department. Because of us playing badly under Frank Lampard, people felt that we're lacking quality in midfield, we're lacking quality in defense, but we've got it all over the shop, bro. We've got it all over the shop.
I think Monstar made that point on one of my streams before. Lampard kind of made us feel like as if we didn't have any quality depth in our team because we couldn't really utilize some of these players how they need to be utilized and get the best out of them. Now with Thomas Tuchel, what you're seeing is that yes, maybe these are not our dream signings in every position, but these are still fully blooded internationals like Rudiger, like Jorginho, like Kovacic, players like that we can get something out of them if push comes to shove. And just to build on Alex's point, just before he joins back now. Chelsea, the 3 Premier League fixtures that he mentioned, the Porto games are sandwiched in between. If we're serious about top 4, we would be collecting 9 points from those fixtures because everybody knows Chelsea's fixtures, the last 5 games are very difficult. So we need to try. I think West Ham is after that group, and then Fulham, and then it gets to very difficult fixtures against like Man City, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Leicester. So we need to pick up, for me, 9 points in the next 3 Premier League games, which are quite winnable, and then go from there. What was you saying there, Alex, just before you cut out?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, old dad Alex really is having some technical problems here. Probably writing on the wall. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's there. And like I said, I mean, I just feel like Tuchel can now tell every player in that dressing room, I need you. And I feel like they can believe him. So that gives me great confidence. Like, it's going to be another end to the season where we're probably going to see a lot of players hopefully have their moment. So well set on the schedule. It looks fairly easy right now, even including the Champions League. I'm not demeaning Porto. They can still beat us. But imagine if we get past Porto and then the fixtures in the Premier League, like you were saying, do get a bit harder. Imagine some of those massive games after massive games. It's going to be crazy. So listen, I got to jump, but thanks for having me, Matisse, and have a good rest of the day, boys.
In a bit, bro. In a bit.
Peace.
Do you know what though? Even when you look at our runs, even at the end of the season, it's tough. But I think we've gone through the toughest run we could have got in what Dami calls Hell's Gate, innit? Do you know what I mean? So that run later on in the season, it is tough, but it's not as tough as the run we've just gone through. Do you get what I mean?
No, I completely agree.
And in that period, we got what was it, 23 out of 30 or 20 something out of 30, which is unbelievable, isn't it? So
it's funny you say that, because our run coming up, including these games, is wild. Everton, Leicester, Dortmund, Leeds, Dortmund, Aston Villa, Tottenham, Palace, Chelsea on the 8th of May.
But you've already won the league, bro. So it's fine.
Again, but this is the thing. I'm kind of glad don't do that. Never do that. Never do that. Because when you think you've won it, you ain't won it, bro. Don't ever do that,
bro. It's done.
You're not gonna do a Liverpool or Man United back in them times.
Don't ever believe until you've won it, you ain't won nothing, bro. That's how I am with titles. But I'm saying that's a lot of games to the point where I feel like our squad is going to be very stretched by the end of all of that.
Yeah,
and there are teams in there that could beat us. Legit.
Yeah.
Even like boogie teams like Leeds.
Yeah. I'm gonna get your thoughts on your draw as well. Just anybody that didn't know, man in the top left-hand corner is OG. Yeah. When we were filming videos, that's cameraman best friend Sage. You see what I'm saying? If you forgot him, a lot of new subscribers since he was on the channel. So maybe you don't know who he is, but he's a Man City fan. And when we get back to London, we're going to be filming the roundabout, the beloved roundabout that a lot more people love than I actually knew when we was filming it. Felix says, big up the panel. We're getting through Porto and then smashing Real Madrid and Liverpool. I don't feel Real Madrid is all that this year. We're hungry for that Champions League. I mean, we played Atletico Madrid, who was top of La Liga, and they showed what the best team in La Liga has to offer, and they didn't offer much. However, if you see that title race, Atletico Madrid were very clear, and now Barcelona and Real Madrid are creeping up on them and are getting a lot closer. So I'm like I said, I'm going to keep it humble now. I'm very happy with the draw. This was the dream draw, but we still have to take care of business. And when the fixtures are coming fast and you're having to play midweek, weekend, again, I still want to go through against Sheffield United. I think that's our most realistic shout of a trophy, potentially. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not, because Man City are still in the FA Cup as well. So it's mad. The FA Cup is just as difficult, actually, if anything, than the Champions League right now for us. I mean,
But
Dami,
can I just say,
yeah.
I want just quickly because I've got a meeting at work in 4 minutes because I'm going to have to cut very shortly. But I'm not going to end this. I'm going to end my whole thoughts on this by saying this once again. We've spoken about squad's quality. Okay, we've spoken about how Chelsea for the first time in years we have been blessed. Okay, obviously you don't underestimate any team in the Champions League. You never ever do that. If you underestimate a team in the Champions League, you are stupid, straight up stupid. And that's not something that you should be doing. But one thing I will say is we've got a good manager in the shop that knows and actually sticks to his tactics. He's gotten to the Champions League final before. We've got older individuals in this squad that deserve Champions Leagues and have a reason to even feel like they can actually win it again. You've got your Thiago Silvas in the shop. You've got your Aspilicuetas in the shop. You've got your Rudigers in the shop. You've got your Jorginhos in the shop. The elder players. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for them to actually go out there and win a Champions League. So they will also have to be there to help Tuchel to push this squad. Mason Mount, they are going to want this too. Everybody's going to want it. All I can say is that this football club, from this point onwards, every single game needs to be taken as training toward that Champions League. If you're going up against Sheffield United in the FA Cup, it's a light game, it's supposed to be a light game. Treat it as training for the Champions League. Because true say if you can start smashing teams in all the other competitions about that, you have a better chance in the Champions. Because one thing I will continue to do is back Tuchel because he hasn't given me a reason to prove him wrong yet. You understand? And I hope we don't get to see that anytime soon. But with all that being said, it's your boy the Grand Dam. Obviously, I'll catch man later in the evening with Monstar.
In a bit, bro. In a bit.
With the outro. Yeah. Listen, like Dami said, we got a squad full of, I've always said it, like, as much as people have called a lot of these players dead wood and this and that, so a lot of these players are winners in their own right. You got Alonso, Aspi, they're Premier League winners and important Premier League winners because they were integral parts of those sides. You've got Europa League winners in Rudiger and all these guys under Sarri. They're all Europa League winners. You've got Kovacic. How many Champions Leagues did he win with Real Madrid? Was it 3? He won the Real Madrid in a row, like Liga champion. They're all champions. So you
got the most slept on player at Chelsea in Kante, bruv. You got Kante. I don't understand it.
Player of the year. Do you know what I mean? We've got players. So
Premier League
whenever I used to say, listen, at the end of the day, when Chelsea didn't get rid of the players, that's cool. Maybe they didn't get rid of the players Lampard wanted to get rid of. But once the season started, the transfer window's over. You've now got to do with what you've got. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we've got. Listen, I think what Tuchel's come and done is he's believed in these players. He's steadied the ship, made them feel like, listen, forget what happened previously. I'm going to work with you. You're part of my squad and blah blah. We're going to keep this thing moving and start to win some games and things like that. And he's done just that. And now he's giving us all faith in all these players. I mean, we all used to curse out Rudiger. We all used to curse out Christensen and Alonso especially. But now look at them. They're all looking like ballers. We're all, some of us are even reconsidering saying, I've seen people saying, we might not even need to sign a bloody centre back. We might not need to.
If they keep defending how they've been defending, they will actually, I said it, the last couple of days, if they keep defending like this, they're on course to be have better defensive records than that 04-05 Chelsea team under Jose Mourinho. In the first 13 games to concede 2 goals. And by the way, one of those goals be an own goal from Rudiger, a mistake where he kicked it into his own net. So really just one goal that they've really actually conceded as a unit in 13 games is incredible. And for me, like Dami said, the only thing Chelsea need to improve on is their finishing. They're not ruthless enough. Even against Atletico Madrid in the last 5 minutes, we had counter-attacks when Hudson-Odoi came on and we wasn't ruthless enough. We should have wrapped up that game maybe 3-4-0. But in saying that, now we're getting to squeaky bum time of the season. They need to start putting away the chances. And if this team, defensively and midfield wise, the counter press, the press resistance in midfield, the way that they build up from the back from the goalkeeper, the way that they defend set pieces, open play, everything in this Chelsea team is sorted in terms of back to the midfield. That final third, if they can get even half of the players firing on form at a crucial stage of the season, then Chelsea could actually win something. But you need Pulisic.
Do you think Chelsea need to go out in the summer and buy another striker?
We need to buy Erling Haaland, 100%. That will not change.
I would say buy a midfielder, buy a striker, and I don't think even we need a centre back anymore.
Maybe a wing back potentially.
If he sticks to the back 3, because I don't know, I have this strong feeling he's going to go back 4. But if he sticks to the back 3, then wing back would be a right wing back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I just feel we need 2 players, and probably that's it.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Chelsea's forwards, right? You got Tammy Abraham, who seems to be frozen out. He's got an injury, but he seems to be frozen out now. So maybe he's not going to have a big say at the end of the season. Olivier Giroud, we know he turns up in European competition. Scored the 4 goals against Sevilla. Scored the overhead kick against Atletico. Thursday Ronaldo settings. He can definitely in this competition be our B-Tech Didier Drogba, so if you will, with the experience that he has. I know it's a mad comparison, but that is what Giroud has to be for us. Giroud has to be our Didier Drogba. He has to hold up the ball, he has to win fouls, he has to score headers from set pieces. He has to be the Didier
I'm just
Drogba.
saying, yeah, if you go off stats, yeah, Giroud might be better than Drogba. Just
don't do that on this channel. Don't do that.
Stats.
If you have one sticky opinion like that, I'll talk you out. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Bro.
We've had a nice stream so far. You've been doing well. Don't ruin it now.
No.
And then you've got Timo Werner, and then you've got Kai Havertz, who have got, Timo Werner's got a bit of experience on the European stage when he knocked out Tottenham. Kai Havertz is quite fresh in this competition.
See, I always thought, when Leipzig had to play PSG last season, I always thought if he didn't leave to go to Chelsea,
maybe he could have maybe done something. Yeah. It's a weird one there, but you never know. I mean, Dami's just joined us back. Maybe the meeting is over. My boy.
See, I just came out to say something.
He's about to cuss Saj.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Literally, I was about to bounce in. Don't do that again. Ever do that again. What did I say? Do not do that again.
Yeah, don't do that again. Don't do that.
I'm out.
Oh, good.
You need to have some. He just left. That's all he had to say. But do you know who the key is, right? For me, Christian Pulisic got that assist in the lot just at the end. He needs to step up because I've already seen what he can do to this team when he's in form. Ziyech is another one. He's got Champions League experience with Ajax, got to the semi-finals. I want him to step up as well. Christian Pulisic, I've seen what he can do with this Chelsea team. If he steps up, takes responsibility, takes the mantle of being the go-to guy on that left-hand side who can score goals, set up goals, left foot, right foot, finish. If he's on his A game, like he was after lockdown, this team can go very far, but he needs to step up and be the guy that we saw last season at the end. And Hakim Ziyech the same. I need Hakim Ziyech to be the guy that was at Ajax in that Champions League run. If those 2 players, especially, because I think Werner is becoming a fundamental problem potentially with just some areas of his games that need to improve. I've always said I don't think Timo Werner just going to improve drastically under Tuchel. It's going to take some time, maybe next season. Kai Havertz is very young. I think he's getting used to that role that we're playing him in, that he played under Leverkusen, but still it's going to take time. And Giroud, you know what you're going to get. But those 2 players, Hakim Ziyech and Christian Pulisic, have underperformed even to my standards this season, big time. So they are meant to be impact. I think Ziyech is in his prime, impact. Pulisic, I expected him to build on what he did last season. I need those 2 players in this run to step up drastically. I mean, Monstar, who are you looking at and saying, yo, pull it out your ass, bro? We need something from you now.
I mean, I've always said that, listen, in the Champions League, I feel like a lot of these players look more impressive. So I think Ziyech is a little more impressive because there's a lot more space for him to work his workings. The same thing with Werner. He has a lot of space to do what he needs to do. So I'm hoping they can step up. But like you said, with Pulisic, even when he came on against Atletico Madrid, it was like there was just certain things I was like, I just need you to do a little better. Like you said, we know what he's capable of. We saw last season the guy was balling out. We know what he's capable of. I just don't know what's up with him. Is he still? Maybe it's just match sharpness that he needs to gain, isn't it? I do believe in these guys, and I know they're going to be a potential problem for other teams because we've got a lot of talent. Do you know what I mean? If luckily we still got some time to go, so we've got some games to build up confidence and things like that until the Champions League. So hopefully we can build something up in it. Hopefully Cho can somehow find his firing boots, because that chance against Atletico Madrid where Kante, I think it was Kante that slotted the ball into him, that should have 100% led to a goal. I know it didn't matter at that point, but that should have led to a goal. I'm sorry. And you know, just certain things. I just need these players to step up. If they step up and show some of the form they showed last season, bro, listen, I have no doubt Chelsea can get to the final, man.
Quick question, because I'm not a Chelsea fan. How impressed were you lot with Kante on the second
against
game?
Atletico, he was absolute. That was one of his best performances.
Seriously.
Yeah, I've always called out people that have spoken shit about Kante. People telling me, you know, because I heard a lot of people during them times saying Kante needs to be sold and let's replace him with Billy Gilmore and this and that.
That was wild.
And I'm just like, bro, like, listen, you've seen last season what the sample size of the performances they saw Billy Gilmore was literally 2 games. Everton and who was it? Everton and Liverpool. And he got 2, fair enough to him, he got 2 man of the match performances in those games. But you're talking about let's say we only have 2 world-class players in our squad right now. Kante, Thiago Silva. Do you get what I mean? Those are 2 world-class players that can probably get in any team in Europe, no doubt, and they start, innit? Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva's world class. But Saj, you did some strippiness early in the season. I'm sure you've taken that back now with Harry Maguire. We're not going to do that now. Surely we're not going to do that.
Don't try.
Just have some self-respect now. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
We're talking about one of the greatest ever defenders to ever play the game, period. Like, he was the best centre-back in the world for 5 years at AC Milan, innit?
Yeah, but I'm like, you want to call Pepe the best, like one of the best, like you want to call Pepe world class?
Pepe's never been on the level of Thiago Silva. Pepe's never been on the level of Thiago Silva.
Exactly.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Not even at Real Madrid. He's not on the level of Thiago Silva.
I need a poll on that one, man.
And Pepe's playing in the Portuguese league. No disrespect, it's not the Premier League. So you need to, if you're putting Premier League, if you're rating it where you rate it in top 5 leagues in the world, then don't change your tune now.
Okay, cool. But look, how often has Thiago Silva been injured this season?
Not very often. He only just got injured, bro. Don't try this.
Wait, can I ask? Can I ask you?
When Thiago Silva disrespect around here, fam.
Thiago Silva came to the Prem. When Thiago Silva came to the Prem, I'm sorry. What was everyone's stance that he couldn't hack it in the Prem? He's too old. He's too old. He's too that. Yeah. All of a sudden, he's come to the Prem and he's like top 2 centre backs in the Prem. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, barring Van Dijk, who's injured because he hasn't played, but you would say Thiago Silva and Ruben Diaz. I mean, am I lying in saying that? You can't, bro. It's not a lie, bro. He's even thinking.
Saj never wants to give flowers to Thiago Silva. This is where the term salty Saj comes from. Man City. Who have you know? Let's talk about Man City because Pep Guardiola in this competition has still not reached the semi-final with Manchester City.
Oh, let it go, bro.
No, because you want to talk about Thiago.
Trial and error, man. Trial and error, bro.
No, it's not trial and error anymore. Listen. Pep Guardiola has to make. You've got a favourable draw now in Dortmund. You have to make the Champions League semi-final, or this has been a failure under Pep again. And in this competition, and it's just getting to that point now where you've spent all this money. Fantastic. You've done your job in the Premier League. You've shown what you can do in the Premier League. You've won the Premier League multiple times. But it's very similar at PSG. They are judged on the Champions League. And I know every Man City fan can say that they don't care about the Champions League. They just want to dominate England and catch Man United.
No, they want the Champions League.
No, Champions League is the be-all and end-all of club football. You need to win the Champions League. And you need to at least get to the semis. Because Pellegrini got you to the semi-finals against Real Madrid. You have not yet reached that competition.
How we lost last year?
How you lost? Who did you lose to? Leon. Blood clot, fam. What was that all about? Jesus Christ.
I don't understand.
I've been telling you lot, man.
He played 3 central defensive midfield, brother. I don't fucking.
He just does too much tinkering, bro. Listen, I'm not wishing
he gets very technical.
Do you know what? Do you know what? When I say that, I'm not even really wishing you any harm because you're not on our side of the draw. So I don't really care what happens over there because for me, I'm very tunnel vision now. Beat who you need to beat, get to the semi, go for it, try your utmost best to beat them, and then get to the final. And it doesn't matter who you face in the final; it's always going to be difficult. I don't care who we would get in the final. But for me, if I'm a Man City fan, I'm thinking of Pep and all the tinkering that he's done over the years. I mean, how confident are you, Saj? Because we say Dortmund is a good draw, but then Sancho coming back to his old club, Erling Haaland is ruthless.
No disrespect. That's going to be cool, and those two are going to play great. But bruv, the rest of that team behind them is just lacking. I just don't see their midfield being able to provide enough measures to be able to stop Man City's midfield. It's like, trust me, those two are star, but like Marco Reus is just whatever. Like, he's a club player, I guess, but nothing special. Amir Chan in the midfield is prone to a mistake. And then you've got the thing about Man City this season is very weird because of the whole CVID, like speeding up the league, and then the whole Man City had a bad season. Remember, like 5-2 to Leicester, and then we had to redesign and reform the whole team. And it's a whole different situation now where even the other day when Aguero came back in, which I'm excited for, because if he can find form,
because he was linked with us.
No, I'm excited just for the fact that Aguero, just because he's back, and if he finds his feet, great. But in the games that I watched,
it's a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, but no, it's not a nostalgia thing. If he scores goals, he can be a big factor to the whole club.
Okay, yeah, depth.
But what I found, when I was watching us play West Ham the other day is, our team, because the goals are so spread out now, it's not one goal scorer.
Yeah.
Man City were playing as if Aguero wasn't needed. And Aguero, I was watching him on the field a couple of times, and he was like, pass the ball. And Man City are just so used to making runs.
Yeah, they're like,
and then
not really.
It was, and Aguero kind of looked a step slow to the point where I was like,
we don't need
him. I've never said this before. I was like, I don't think we need Aguero, bruv.
But I think, personally, right, I think Man City fans have come to this conclusion slower than the rest of world football, because I can see you don't need Aguero anymore. Most rival fans can see that you don't need Aguero anymore. Your team has never really been about one focal point has to do the business, in my opinion. I think your team has always been about team play, creating opportunities, tap-ins for Raheem Sterling where he can rack up 20 goals a season despite his finishing not being that amazing. And no matter who Pep goes with, whether he plays a false nine in Foden or Kevin De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva, you always create chances and you create opportunities where you can score tap-ins. Chelsea, in that respect, are quite similar, that we create a lot of chances. But how many times, Monstar, do we see Chelsea create an opportunity for a tap-in and there's no one there? That doesn't happen at Man City. That time where Ziyech doesn't run into the box when Kai Havertz is on the right-hand side and cuts back against Leeds, that doesn't happen against Man City. Man City are drilled to running into the box for those cutbacks and scoring tap-ins. So it doesn't matter who plays up front, in my opinion.
But at the same time, I'm still in the Chelsea boat as far as I still do believe if Aguero is gonna leave this summer, we do need another striker.
Of course.
I don't know what happened to John Stones over the season, bruv.
You didn't rate him,
bruv. I did not fuck it up.
No one did. Did. With Man City, what it is, I've always said this over the years, because if you remember the last time they won the Prem, they had injury after injury after injury. De Bruyne would go down for months, and Man City was still pamming teams. Company went down for a while as well, still beating teams. The only player that to me made a big difference when he wasn't there and they couldn't replace him or anything, it was Fernandinho, innit? But Man City have always had this team whereby they've got this system whereby no matter what player is out, they have someone at least adequate enough to play there, and it wouldn't even make that much of a difference, innit? And even now, Aguero's been injured. They've now created a system where they use a false nine, and now they're just amazing, man. I can't even sit here and act like they're not amazing. Pep's done well. The
one thing that I am now, this is where I feel like it could be a good thing for Man City, as where if say we get past this round against Dortmund, Bayern the reason that Bayern and Dortmund might have to spread their teams a bit thicker than Man City is because Bayern are in a race in the Champions League to try and get top 4, unless they unless they just get in the Bundesliga. Sorry, unless they want to put all their eggs into the Premier League, into the Champions League basket. And then also Bayern are in a race with Leipzig for the Bundesliga, so they might have to prioritize a couple players here and there. That
PSG the same. PSG are not top of Ligue 1.
No, they're not. They're second. If I'm correct.
So there's a lot of teams that are still competing for their league position going into this Champions League. You look at Real Madrid; they're still in the La Liga race.
Yeah, they're second. They're 3 points behind Lille with 63.
Yeah. So Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid are hot in that race there. I think Chelsea, of course, are still battling for top 4. The only teams that are actually free of responsibility potentially are maybe Liverpool, maybe Man City, and maybe Porto, because Porto are well off Sporting Lisbon. I think
they're not getting it this year.
They're not getting it. So apart from those 3 teams, I think everybody else is still fighting. So that might give a slight advantage to to Liverpool, who are not going to finish top 4, Man City, who are not going to give away the Premier League title, and Porto, who are not going to win their league as well. So
this is the thing. If Man City might have a little bit of leeway in the Prem where we don't have to play our best players in the hopes of saving them for Champions League games.
Yeah,
obviously.
So you're confident Pep won't drop the ball here.
How many games left are there?
The problem with Pep is, as much as I like Pep, Pep is not a tactician in the sense of, you see, when Mourinho, Tuchel, they can play, they will change things up and play sides based on their opponents, so they can change things up. Pep is not that guy. Pep is, I'm gonna play my way,
my team, and
that's it. I play my way, and that's it. And the same thing with Klopp, innit? They play their way, and that's it. When you start to tinker with things and change things up, it starts to go wrong for him. Do you know what I mean? Because he's not that guy. Like, he's not that guy. He's his own guy in his own sense. So if he starts to overthink it again and does that back three rubbish he did, he's finished.
And final, the last 10 minutes, I just want to address that little issue that is the England squad, because we didn't get to react to it on this channel. I don't know what everybody's thoughts are. I can see them backing up their chairs now. The England
only Watkins made the England squad.
International break is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, after the FA Cup weekend. What does everybody make of the England squad?
I've said it a million times. Listen, if anyone knows me, I'm one of the biggest England fans out there. Like, listen, I'm even wearing an England shirt right now. Do you know
wow!
Okay.
Oh no! Wow! Shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of ditch my English ties until it gets serious.
I support Croatia, bro.
Listen. So, listen. I'm gonna say this a million times. Yeah. Get rid of him, please.
Bro, please.
Get rid of who?
Rid of him. Southgate,
man.
What's with the Southgate slander?
Bro, he can't.
He needs to go.
What are you saying about? Why are you doing BTEC Frank Lampard like that? Come on,
bro. He is literally waistcoat, bro. Waistcoat FC, bro. He can't do it. I'm sorry.
The man has no. You have the easiest route to the final of the World Cup, and you still couldn't make it. Like, you have no idea, no clue what the hell you're doing. I'm sorry. You don't know. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, I'm sorry. If you ask me, there's no Premier League team that will hire this guy.
Facts.
The England manager should not be managed by someone who can't even get a job elsewhere. Because I don't see him getting any job, maybe in the Championship or below. I don't see him getting any job in any top league in Europe. No, not even.
He's the FA puppet. Let's be real. He's FA puppet.
He is. He's garbage. The guy has no tactics. He don't know what to do. Like, listen, let me tell you something, yeah? Every country Pep Guardiola's gone to has benefited in the sense that have you noticed every country he's gone to coaching, they've ended up winning the World Cup. They've adopted his tactics, they've gone on to win the World Cup. The only country that hasn't benefited is England. It's England. You know what I mean? You could just use what he's doing. You've got a English City team players as well. Bring that into your England team, adopt it, try and do your thing, and try and go win something in it. But the man has no clue what he's doing. The man played 5 at the back and 2 defensive midfielders against Denmark.
Wait a second. I'm taking a look at this right now. Wait, where's Sancho?
Sancho's injured. Grealish, I think, is injured as well. I think Maddison was injured. So you've got... But even after that, you still got Foden, you still got Mount, you still got Saka. The amount of talent in that attacking midfield area for England is ridiculous. And actually now...
Jesse Lingard made the team.
Jesse Lingard.
Wait, you have a couple good games.
But and then on top of that, England over the years, even in the golden generation, have always complained that they don't have a holding midfielder, right? They didn't have any natural balance in midfield. They had Lampard, they had Gerrard, they had Scholes, but they didn't have a natural holding midfielder. I would say maybe you potentially play Michael Carrick there, but still maybe not a natural holding midfielder. They have Declan Rice and they have Calvin Phillips. This team is as balanced as it gets. The only issue potentially is the centre-backs. Tomori's doing great at AC Milan. I don't know why he's not in this squad, but it is what it is. Mings at Aston Villa's having a good season, and you've also got John Stones doing great again for Man City. If I see Harry Maguire in this serious starting 11,
you're going to though.
Well, then we're not going to win.
You're going to though.
But then we're not winning nothing because if he can't make the calculated decision that an England team doesn't need Harry Maguire at centre back after the mistake that he made when he tripped over the ball and then bang, they went on the break in a high line. Harry Maguire doesn't belong in a high line. You've got John Stones. You've got who can play out from the back. You've got Mings and you've got Tomori who's doing great at AC Milan. If you can't get something going there, then you don't deserve to be England manager. Tomori's doing bits at AC Milan.
Matisse, he never did deserve to be in England manager. He never did. I still don't understand. Like, England's management has been shocking from day one. When I was supporting England, probably 98 or something like that. But obviously, I remember the World Cup. We did well in 2002. When in Euro 2004, you had Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard. You had the golden generation, Ferdinand, Terry, Campbell. You had everyone there is to have. And yet you use Scholes on the right wing. You use Lampard and you sacrifice Scholes, the best midfielder, probably England's greatest ever midfielder. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that because a lot of Chelsea fans might not want to hear it, but you sacrifice your greatest ever midfielder in Paul Scholes for Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard. How does that make sense? Do you get what I mean? Why, rather than trying to fit all the stars in, try and create balance. That's always been the problem with England.
You're telling me Ollie Watkins made it over? I'm sorry, over Abraham.
Abraham's injured. Why is Mike telling us which nationality we should support? Sorry, Mike. Maybe you've.
Oh, he's talking about. He said below background rise. All right, fair enough. But
I mean, I've got my
bread here, bro.
I've got my Jamaica top over there, but I think it was everybody here born in England, right?
Yeah, bro.
So we've lived in England our whole life.
All our life, yeah.
You mean that England team that almost won the World Cup last time round with pretty much all of the black players?
Yeah.
I
mean,
I hear what he's saying. I hear what he's saying.
I'll take Raheem.
Okay, but this is the thing. No. Let's hold the energy now, because if all the players that could play for Africa or play for the Caribbean or South America went back to their teams, bruv.
England would be fit.
You wouldn't make it out of the quarterfinals.
But it's not just England that would be messed up. It will be France.
France would be.
All these
do you know why? Do you know? I think it's hilarious. Yeah.
All these European brothers. Yeah. It's all good telling everybody to go and support their background team.
Exactly. Do you love it? Do you love it? Do you know the narrative though? This conversation doesn't come up in France.
Bro,
them man know.
They do.
It
does. No, it does, bro. You've heard politicians in France say France didn't win the World Cup. Africa did. They said it for the last World Cup. They said it for the World Cup in '98. They said France didn't win the World Cup. Africa did. Do you know what I mean? A French politician said that. So the conversation comes up, bro. It does come up.
All you man would have is Harry Kane and flipping Mason Mount, bro.
Odoi, to answer Aqua, Odoi is back in the under-21 team where I feel he belongs. Let Greenwood, Odoi, all these young players, let them go. Even Saka, I'll put him back. If I was England's management, Saka would go back to the under-21s.
How do you explain that for then Jude Bellingham? I don't really see him doing anything.
Exactly, Jude Bellingham.
He's too young. He's green, man. He's green.
He's 17 years old.
He's green, man.
Yeah, shouldn't be here either.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally, if you're talking about nationalities to support, I'm supporting England and Jamaica. Jamaica don't usually go anywhere, so there's not really anything to really say with Jamaica. Jamaica don't usually go anywhere. But if they get, potentially
get very racial with these comments.
Potentially we could qualify for the World Cup if we start, gathering up, Antonio and Gray.
Boys, they're trying.
They're trying. So we'll see. But England, I think when it comes to England, they're in the Euros. Who else am I meant to support? There's none of my background teams in the Euros, people. So
I told you again. I support
England.
I support Croatia, bro.
Anyway, Hudson Odoi's mission is what it is. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be. I mean, under 21. People say Eddie Smith-Rowe as well. Eddie Smith-Rowe as well is going to be interesting.
That's funny, bro. These comments,
listen,
bro.
Stop bringing up stupid comments.
Sorry.
I've seen enough nonsense from streams back over the last few weeks. I'm not interested. When I say now, when it comes to the England squad, listen, Southgate for me is out of his depth. I've always said that. Got more than enough talent to do something as an underdog. I've mentioned all the attacking midfielders. I've mentioned the holding midfielders. Up front, you've got one of the best strikers in the world in Harry Kane. You've got support acts in Rashford and whatnot as well.
Eric Dyer, bro. Don't forget Eric Dyer got in there, bro.
Oh, Jesus, please.
Oh, he's in the squad.
How that happens?
He got in there.
How did that happen?
I never forget. Phil Jones is still a Man United player. Never forget that. Do you know what? Should we say big up, though? Dean Henderson.
He was good yesterday, wasn't he?
Nah, but he's in there. Sorry, what's his... Flipping...
Bellingham's in there.
Bellingham shouldn't be in there.
Pickford not in the squad at all. Not at all.
Not in the
Is
squad.
he not injured?
Nah, he's not in the squad at all.
Yeah, he's injured though.
Good, he shouldn't be in the
I
squad.
think he's injured.
I swear he played like 2 games ago, no?
I think he picked up
I'll
an
check,
injury
I'll
recently.
check.
I'm not
Pope,
sure.
I think Pope, Henderson, who's third goalkeeper then?
Sam Johnston.
Johnson. Okay,
yeah.
so championship level. All right, cool. I mean, the big omission is Trent not getting in the squad with Reece James in there. I think that's great for football. I think Reece James is deserving of his flowers. And
you're a pernicious hater when it comes to this.
It's just as simple as it is. Listen, I think Trent this year has been quite poor. Before we wrap up, I think defensively he hasn't been on his levels that he was maybe previous years, and I think Reece deserves it. I'm a bit surprised Trippier's in there because he's only just got back fit for Atletico, but he has been very good for Atletico this year. They are top of La Liga, and obviously left back it is where it is. Luke Shaw and Chilwell. Chilwell really needs to up his game at Chelsea level if he's going to start for England because Shaw's having a great season. I think Shaw's going to start regardless.
An amazing season. Man.
Yeah, Shaw's having a ridiculous. See what Tellez has sparked Shaw into life. I'm telling you,
because he knows if anything goes left or right, he won't play.
Yeah,
so yeah,
what competition does, fam. That's what good competition does. Yeah, man, that's it. Really, that's all I have to say. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be mad. Euros.
How far do you think they can go?
England with Southgate in charge, not very far.
They could get a semi-final, but is it straight to the quarterfinals anyway? So there's no round of 16 in the Euros. Straight to the quarterfinal. How far do I?
Who have we got in our group?
I can't even remember.
Neither can I. It was done so long ago. I can't remember.
But it doesn't even matter. Like you should be getting out of your group at least.
I mean, it depends who's in the group, innit? If Portugal's in the group, then let me see.
I don't think
England have got Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland. Not as easy as it looks.
Should be getting out there.
Should be getting out of that, but I mean, Scotland, for instance. I mean, someone said that our under 21s should beat Scotland.
Yeah, but Poland's also in there.
No, it's Czech Republic, Croatia, and Scotland. That's it. 4 teams.
Scotland.
That's the World Cup qualifier. Sorry,
that's the group for the. My bad. And then Croatia's going to be very difficult. That's who we lost to. Yo, a little bit of revenge. That's who we lost to in the World Cup.
I'm saying it now. That's the team to win everything from Croatia.
What, Croatia? Yeah.
I wasn't surprised.
Belgium.
The way Southgate set up that team, of course, Modric and Rakitic were going to bully us. Do you know what I mean? He didn't even take enough central midfielders to the Euros. He sacrificed some central midfielders for defenders. Do you get what I mean? And that ended up costing us in that semi-final.
I want to steal one of Dami's phrases. It's Kane and Inshallah.
Jordan Henderson was getting run ragged by Modric and what's his name? I felt so sorry for Henderson because he looked tired, bro. He looked so tired, man.
Mad. Well, listen, people, we're going to wrap up. Champions League draws done. Manchester City face Dortmund. Chelsea play Porto. And then potentially, if they get through that, the semi-finals, they could face Liverpool or Real Madrid. Man City take PSG or Bayern Munich. Happy days. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, that is the best draw Chelsea could have got. We move, as Dami would say, bombastically, you know, and we hope for them to continue the form that they've been on this weekend against Sheffield United. I'm not on no joke thing. I want that game against Sheffield United to be a beatdown if possible. Get some confidence into the team and get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I want it all. The FA Cup doesn't get degraded for me just because the Champions League draw was done.
We'll see you in the finals if that's the case.
Yeah, listen, I'd love to face you in the final, bro.
Monstar. After what I saw against Tottenham yesterday, bruv.
Listen, if I do a stream on what happened to Tottenham yesterday, listen, let's not do that because we don't have listen.
Hey, I'm not going to tolerate no Mourinho slander though. I love that guy, innit? So I can't tolerate it, man.
When you're using to Dynamo Zagreb, fam, 3-0.
I know.
3-0.
Here's the thing, you didn't even have to score, just defend, bro.
Oh my.
Just defend.
Bro, I wanted to move the London Clubs Carnage stream to today, just so I could talk to Toby about it. I'm telling you, I didn't think about it this week when I planned it. I should have done that stream. I mean, obviously we had Champions League draw, so it's a bit much, but yo,
this is the thing. Now it becomes FA Cup or bust for Jose.
Fam? No, he's got Carabao Cup against you lot in the final.
Carabao, okay.
Don't bottle it now, Man City.
I think we'll be all right.
I think so too. Depression oozing. Yeah, it's mad for expressions.
Oozing depression,
losing, bro.
Oozing depression.
Losing.
Yeah, oozing depression, bro. Tapping toads. I haven't seen tapping toads around my stream recently. You know, tapping toads is always in the comments. I haven't seen him. So listen, I don't know where he's gone, but love and guidance, bro. Monstar, where can they find you?
Hey, MonstarCFC on everything. That's it, man. Just MonstarCFC.
Big up. And Sage, listen, hopefully, I don't know what's going on with UK restrictions. Hopefully that's winding down now. I'm kind of missing it now. I'm not gonna lie. I miss making the videos and doing a little bit of that. We need to mix it up with the streams. The people are missing the roundabout. But it is what it is. People, I will catch you tomorrow. It's preview gang, you know, preview gang. Me, Sam, Mayo. We got the Sheffield United game to preview for the FA Cup, and then the game, and then international break. How fun is that going to be? Of course. England versus San Marino and whatnot. We can't wait.
Those 9-0s. Oh,
can't
Moldova
wait.
And them teams there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, lovely.
And then we always get gassed because we played nobodies in Europe. And then when it comes to playing the good teams, all of a sudden, Italy beat us 3-1. What happened?
Yeah, this is the same thing, by the way, that happened with the World Cup with Southgate. He played a bunch of nobodies, and then he played somebody, and he got knocked out. But I rest my case. Southgate out. In a bit, people. Peace.
Perfect.